country.
This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
Well, it's the day we've all been waiting for. The great American eclipse is upon us. The eclipse has begun in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and will sweep across North America in the next few hours. You can see a big crowd. This is a live look from Blanco County, Texas.
Now, we are still about 2 hours away from totality in southeast Missouri and southern Illinois. Here's a live picture of the sun from Cape Girardeau. The start should begin in about 30 minutes. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn.
And I'm Mike Bush. Millions have traveled from around the country to see this event. The total length of the 2024 eclipse path is 9,190 miles. That's traveling from Mexico into Canada.
The first location in North America to experience totality, that is Mexico's Pacific coast, and that happens at 1:07. The eclipse will exit North America on the Atlantic coast of Canada at 2:46.
It'll reach southern Missouri just before 2 and then enter the St. Louis viewing area. That includes Perryville and Farmington. The eclipse then crosses into Illinois, traveling over Carbondale, Centralia, Mount Vernon, and Effingham.
And of course, 5 on Your Side has live team coverage of the total solar eclipse. We have crews in 6 locations all across the region.
We're going to go as far south as Cape Girardeau and as far east as Mount Vernon, Illinois. Let's begin our eclipse coverage with Ann Allred and Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell. They are live in Cape Girardeau. Good afternoon.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Kay. We're just thrilled to be here. Gorgeous day, Scott.
It's gorgeous. The sun is out, which is exactly what we want. The clouds are really thin at this point, and it's a comfortable day too. And look at all the folks that are here.
Hundreds of people. We were at the Sportsplex at Cape Girardeau. This place opened at 10 a.m., the parking lot. There were people here at 5 a.m. waiting to get in. I just saw a little 2-year-old with a t-shirt that said, "First solar eclipse." So we've got people, I met 4 people from London that came over and said hello. We've heard there's people from Scotland here and Canada.
And 36 separate states with tags in the parking lot here. That's a pretty big thing.
Food trucks, at the rock station is a moon and sun playlist going. There are people spread all out over the fields, the rest stops along the way here. There were people just kind of parked on the side of the highway. It was pretty crowded getting down here, but tons of people who are just got their coolers, their blankets, their tents. They're ready for this big day.
They are ready, and bring some sunscreen too if you're going to be out for any amount of time. That's for sure. We have some over there, and of course wearing the hat's a good thing. And don't forget your solar glasses. We're still a little bit away from that first contact. So what will it look like this afternoon, cloud cover wise? So far, so good. We've seen these high, thin clouds drifting overhead. Now, as long as these clouds stay thin, and that's the anticipation here this afternoon, we are going to have a spectacular celestial sight as our temperatures climb into the 70s now. We're just above 70 degrees here in Cape Girardeau, and we do think we're going to see the temperature drop as we head towards the, right when we get to totality. It's 1:58 here in Cape Girardeau. We will see the temperature drop 5 to 10 degrees during that 4-minute period. It's pretty impressive.
And they had crowds equal to this in 2017 here at the Sportsplex. They also held a big viewing party. They're expecting, based on the 2017 numbers, about 20,000 people coming to Cape to view this total solar eclipse, and they've got about 25 different viewing areas around the city, including this one right here at the Sportsplex. So come on down. Parking's at a minimum, but you can still join us here today if you're in the area. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Ann, Scott, thank you. And from Cape, we go across the river to Carbondale, Illinois. Southern Illinois University is hosting one of the biggest gatherings in the area at Saluki Stadium.
Yeah, that's right. And Carbondale is considered one of the best places to view the eclipse. 5 on Your Side's Holden Kerwicki has been there all weekend long. Holden, what's happening there right now?
Well, okay, Mike, they didn't even open the parking lots to get into SIU's football stadium until 6 a.m. And by that point, there was already a line of cars backed up down Route 51 waiting to get into that parking lot as people try to get in here to get the best spot to take in totality. SIU administrators actually started planning for this event back in 2015 and have already sold 13,000 tickets for the viewing party inside of Saluki Stadium. But about 790 of those seats won't even have an eclipse view. That's why there are a number of people set up with tents and telescopes outside of the stadium. I asked NASA researcher Travis Wohlrup what we should be paying close attention to at the moment of totality.
It goes by so quick. Really, just take in that eclipse, because you can see planets at any time. But really, it's a phenomenon. It comes so rare, and there's going to be some changes. 360 sunset. Like what? How can you ever see that, right? So that's just a unique opportunity to really just take in something that you haven't seen before.
Now, many of the people down here in Carbondale have gotten a little spoiled with eclipses. This is something many of them have seen before. Back in 2017, Carbondale was once again in the path of totality. However, we have to soak up this moment because we won't have another like it here in Southern Illinois for over 300 years. Reporting live in Carbondale, Illinois, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Holden. That's a good point. Put down your phone. Just soak that moment in.
Right.
You don't want to be taking pictures. You want to be present. You want to experience
and make sure you have your glasses.
Right. Our eclipse coverage continues now with meteorologist Gary Frank.
Now, he is live at the Cedarhurst Center for the Arts in Mount Vernon. That's about an hour north of Carbondale. So, Gary, how are things there right now?
Honestly, they're loud, we're fun, it's clear outside. We start the eclipse at 12:44 here, so we're minutes away till I can start to switch these sunglasses and put on my solar eclipse glasses, and I'm already able to do that. We've got a couple of people that are looking at some of the sunspots, but we got here about 9:45 or something like that. It didn't open until about 11. We've had people as soon as it opened up, 11:01, flock into kind of where we are. And one of the things that we see obviously is there's some people dressed up. I don't know what's going on over there, but we have people with lawn chairs, picnics, couple brewskis, not all that bad. Getting a lot of sunshine. We got a big white dog over there, but we're minutes away. We're actually trying to find some shade because it's so sunny, at least at times, right? Because as we're waiting for that, but this is about a 90-acre area that stretches all the way back into the woods. Just found a tick on me, so we're right in the middle of things, but it's very nice. We got a band that's going to go till right when the eclipse starts, and they just quieted down for a second. It's like they're playing summer hits of the 90s, and now, I don't know what's going on, but we're going to have to figure out what this is. This could be the sun, the moon. I'm not sure what else is going on. We're going to have to check in with them. But we also, you'll want to look ahead to our eclipse special here coming up about 1 o'clock. We found somebody, the first person we talked to, they came all the way from Japan to watch this. So can you imagine if the weather wasn't very good for that? They're down there. So they're from the area. You'll hear from them at 1 o'clock. But pretty cool. It's sunny. And the other thing that we actually have been monitoring is the fact that, keep in mind, people are asking us, where does the sun go at 2 o'clock? Some people aren't from here or not used to the sun angle and where it's going to set. So they've kind of sat their chairs in the space as a result. So it's 90 acres. It's really nice. And the weather looks to be cooperating. So looking forward to put my eclipse glasses here in the next half an hour or so here in Mount Vernon. But we'll continue to keep you posted and enjoy it just like you are in the rest of the areas in totality.
It looks a little more chill where Gary is at.
It is a little
Although
calmer.
I don't know if that was just costumes or someone's having an eclipse wedding.
Did you see that guy?
Yes.
Yes, and the people from Japan. Wow, that's a long way to come.
Really?
Okay.
Well, if you've traveled on Interstate 55 over the weekend, you know the traffic has been heavy. The city of Farmington is in the path of totality.
Our eclipse coverage continues now with Tracy Hinson. She joins us live from a watch party at Engler Park. Tracy?
Alrighty, we left at around 8:15 and it took us almost 2.5 hours to get down here to Farmington. That does include one bathroom stop for us, but about 2.5 hours. It was really stop and go on the roads. And I was looking in people's cars to see what they were wearing, and there were definitely a lot of eclipse watchers in there, but there were a lot of people driving by themselves, so maybe some people were heading down here as well. We have talked to a few people who weren't going to come down because they saw the eclipse in 2017, but they were watching Megan Kernan on Today in St. Louis and decided they were going to come down and join us. So that's been really nice to see. Now, they are keeping track of everybody who's come in from out of town. And so far, it's mostly people from the States, but people have come from as far away as California. Now, the partial will start at about 12:41 here, and then we'll see our total eclipse closer to 2 o'clock. I'm hoping those high clouds stay out of the way. And I've talked to a few different people here, but I did talk to some definite experts here from Minnesota, and here's what they had to say.
The moon blocking the sun. It's going to be like really dark, but with a tiny bit of light.
And scientifically, They nailed it. That is exactly what's going to happen later on here today. And I'm going to talk to a guy who this is his third eclipse, and he's fortunate enough to have seen them all here in the St. Louis area. So I'll have that coming up during our eclipse special. But from Farmington, Tracy Hinson, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Here's another live look at the eclipse right now in Blanco County, Texas. You can see the moon is about to start to block it here. It looks, I don't know, looks pretty fine right now, but we will see
really
totality
zooming in
there
there.
at 1:42. For
everything you need to know about today's solar eclipse, just text the word eclipse to this number, 314-435-5355, and we'll send you a link. And our special coverage of the Great American Eclipse will continue after the break.
Up next, you still have time to get to a local watch party where you can go and learn about the event while watching it.